Howdy.
Hey, how are you, good fellow of the...
I'm doing good.
That's good. So I want to make this a natural feeling podcast. So I just started right away.
Oh, wait, wait. It's going now?
It is. It's a
Alright.
raw podcast right here. With some editing, minor editing, like sound quality, you know?
Gotcha.
So, so I was thinking, what should we name this thing?
I have no idea. Well, first of all, how long do you want this to be?
I don't know. Probably enough to like fill up a 45-minute thing, maybe, if that's all right. 45
Yeah,
minutes
that
an
works.
hour. Maybe off the cuff will be a good name,
Off the cuff,
or on the spot,
on the spot.
where we just talk about random, you know.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could talk about what we got in the works. We have some projects going on in the works right now.
Oh yeah. Should we announce the launch of Montana's a Lake Productions?
Is that what? Yes.
So, okay, here. So, what about you start off with your, do you have anything that's your baby at the moment?
Well, my baby. I kind of want to make. I need to look over what in on the file that we have for uh our sort of 80s ish type sci-fi Miami 2117 and just go over it. I'm excited to.
Yeah,
In no means do I think there's anything that we're making that's serious.
I don't think so either.
Everything is just goofy.
Like this is probably a canceled project, but that Pizza Man project was gonna be semi-serious.
Yeah.
We also have the talk show that's coming.
The talk show will happen.
Late night public access.
Hmm What if we actually got it on? That would be so good.
Yeah.
Even though it's so horrible. Just ask some good random questions. Hopefully, as it will be mostly improv, we get some good stuff out of it.
Maybe we're gonna get some music out of this whole ordeal too. Possibly just instrumental.
Oh, yeah.
We're a label too, if you don't know that.
We technically are, aren't we?
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
how all three of us said, like, let's make the soundtrack for this. For
Yeah.
our other project. So, yeah, those are our announcements. For do we have anything else?
I don't know if I don't know if the other mockumentary is gonna still go though.
I'm just gonna say it now because I don't think we're gonna do it.
Probably not.
So,
We probably won't.
just because of how much work that will cost. So there was this idea called, I think, Clout. That's what we're gonna call it.
Was that what we were gonna call it?
I don't know, but this is gonna be a whole documentary on SoundCloud rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Mockumentary.
And just with like, here we are in the studio, and it's just a fucking MacBook.
There was like supposed to be a shower with a MacBook.
Mm-hmm. In the bathroom
Blue snowball.
with a blue snowball.
No, boy, no, he's using his phone.
He would be like, and then okay,
We saw that
because
happen.
yes, we did. We did when Zach and I were on our way to a concert, and we decided to got quick McDonald's on the way there, and all of a sudden we look to our left and we see this guy next to the building, like rapping into his phone. He like just because he was like near the back door, so it's like maybe he works there, but just the way he was dressed, there was no way he worked there.
There's no way.
There was no way. I couldn't tell. He looked somewhat homeless, but he had a phone.
Yeah.
But then again, I've seen a lot of homeless people have phones.
Well, I can see why you need a phone if you're homeless.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Communication, like that's
I
probably
mean,
the last.
for all I know, it could have just very well have been like an. Oh, do you know what would make sense is if it was just like an iPod Touch and he was like right next to the McDonald's for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Getting that free Wi-Fi.
Or maybe he can't rap in his apartment, so he needs to do it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, like
in the great outdoors.
well, like. Oh, you know that? Okay, so what's weird is like that McDonald's used to be open 24/7, and now it's not.
Oh.
No, do you know why?
Why?
It's mostly because homeless people kept sleeping in the lobby.
Oof.
So, because of that, they made it so it's like closed for like.
Only though. Then after that, like.
Yeah, at some point it only becomes drive-through. I think. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
No, those are some neat McDonald's facts with Nathan right here.
Some neat McDonald's facts.
We need to start a McDonald's spin-off podcast, you know?
That we sure do.
So
like
the Shamrock Shake is coming tomorrow, I think.
Gotcha. Do you know what though?
Valentines Day.
So weird that this is what we're talking about, but so last Saturday I got a Big Mac for the first time, and it was just okay.
Oh, I think they're all right too.
Yeah, it was all right. And when that's what most people say to me. They're like, yeah, it's just all right. But I know that there's some people out there that think it's like one of the best like sandwiches out there.
I never hear that. Just think like, oh yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, yeah, people talk about like how it's so amazing, but it's not. And that's all I hear. Like pretty much
it's not.
Saying, like,
it's just
sandwich.
It's literally okay. So the most of it is lettuce. That's mostly what you taste.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like it for whatever reason. The lettuce and
really?
The sauce.
Well, yeah, but there's just way too much lettuce action going on to actually like taste most of it. But I mean, it's just a Thousand Island. It's not like some. I don't get why. Well, I get that they like for branding reasons they like call it the Mac sauce or whatever and act like it's their own when it's just a Thousand Island.
I did not know that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's yeah. Oh yeah.
The burger world.
It's the burger world. It's just a Thousand Island dressing.
Oh.
That's all it is.
Remember when McDonald's used to supersize their meals until some guy made a documentary about how it's awful to eat their food every day? Which, why would you be doing that to yourself, anyways?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was supposed to be a temporary thing. That was actually the Dino Burgers. That's what they were called when they launched the supersize stuff.
Interesting. Well, like, what's weird is well, like, with that documentary, it was like he was also doing 3 meals a day there as well.
Yeah.
Which is, oh my god, that's awful. I mean, I get fast food almost every day, which is pretty sad, but like, it's just really easy.
Yeah, I understand. I don't like cooking either, so.
Yeah.
And frozen pizza is not a good feeling.
Yes, no, it's terrible. Also, like, when you like make macaroni, but like somehow, well, at least for my taste, somehow you like slightly mess it up so it just doesn't really taste good.
Oof. Yeah, I understand what you're talking. Where the shells are slightly harder.
Yeah, like didn't cook it long enough or didn't put enough milk.
Yeah. Oh, I just use that Velveeta.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. Just because, like, I don't want to do this extra work. I don't want to measure
Yeah.
the milk and cut the butter. I like to just get my whole mac and cheese in a bag of goo. Yellow goo.
Bag of goo. Yellow goo.
That's our next movie, by the way.
That's our next
We
movie.
make movie titles before movies.
we do. We come up with titles, and then we're like, well, that's how Miami 2117 came about.
I think
That
so,
started as started as just a title, but then we just were like, let's make that into
It was
something.
really just an inside joke that went too far.
It is.
It really,
I wonder. Well, like, I feel like if anyone else saw it but us, they'd think it's awful. Because it's probably just gonna be mostly inside jokes that are only funny to us.
yeah, but I think we could somewhat contain it, probably.
Yeah.
Like, as long as we explain the joke, which I know that's kind of breaking a rule in comedy. But I don't know. I have a feeling it will do all right.
Well, we just have to it just depends on who's the audience.
Yeah, which we will be figuring out how to broadcast this. Not broadcast this. What the fuck am I saying? Screen it.
It's all going live through Instagram. Zach's gonna put it on his monitor and live stream it.
Oh man. Oh.
That would be great. That would be really good.
Yeah. You know, what else do we have? Do you want to talk about surviving in the winter?
Oh, I do want to talk about that, but I have one little thing that I saw recently that is movie related,
Ooh.
and since we're still around that, I need to say this because it bothered me horribly.
All right, I like this.
So, on someone's Snapchat story, I was just going through looking at them, and I noticed that someone's watching one of the Medea movies.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And keep in mind, this was at their house. So first of all, they have gone out and purchased this with their own physical money. And second, from the sounds of it, they were like having a great time watching it.
Oh no.
That like you could hear them laughing and just like recording parts that are funny. And go ahead.
So here's the thing: if you're concerned about our movie not being funny, if people are laughing at what's that movie's name again? Okay, any Tyler Perry movie.
Any Tyler Perry movie. Just yeah.
I think we're honestly good.
Medea. He comes out with the Medea movie every year.
Yeah. Well, there goes our chance of getting Tyler Perry on the show. So.
Let's get him a can we get Tyler Perry in something in a movie?
I think he does everything. As long
as he'll do anything.
As long as you pay him at least $10, I think he will do anything.
Can we just give him half of a Subway sandwich? You think I think he would do it for that. Yeah. Half of a Subway sandwich and part of a cookie. Part of a cookie.
Oh, not the whole cookie.
Not all of it. He doesn't need all of. I don't think. I want that other half.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Yes, we're living in times of needing to survive, Zach. You gotta get what food you can.
Yeah, I understand.
And you know what? You know what one of those foods is?
What?
An easy food that you can do for in these times of survival is ramen.
Speaking of ramen. I love these segues.
This is an awful segue.
Oh, I have some lined up for you. Just hold on. Okay. We pride ourselves on our segues here at.
We do. Well, Zach, I don't know how you do such good segues.
I kind of just like during the whole conversation, there's something in the back of my head, okay, how are you gonna get out of this? If once the conversation drags on, how are you gonna get out of this?
I like.
Speaking of getting out of this, let's go on to the
Just
next
like,
topic, which is
how am I gonna get out of this?
okay. So, winter thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we can talk about the winter survival thing.
yeah. So, we're in a weird school. Um,
Yeah, we are only seniors right now.
yep.
It's kind of weird. We are both 18 though,
Yeah. So we could
so
vote there.
we we can vote. We sure can.
So we went out in the cold. It wasn't too bad really. Morale was high. I brought up some tunes we
That was
made
great.
before we head off on the trails. Maybe I
We
should
we
list.
did.
Maybe I should list the songs I made up. So Nate, Shane, and I think those were all three of us. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's make a playlist quickly, like 10 minutes before we were supposed to go. So it kicks off with "Me and Michael" by MGMT from the new album Little Dark Age, which is out now in stores and your streaming services.
Are you plugging them?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, are you like, you're like advertising for them as if we're sponsored?
Don't break the illusion, all right? George Washington by the
By who? Who made it? I don't know who made it.
I want to say the History Brothers, but it's Brad something this way.
Yeah, it is. Brad Neely. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm almost certain that that's who it is.
The Safety Dance, Men Without Hats, and it's the original
That was
mix,
great.
not the music video mix. The music video mix is overrated, in my opinion.
Well, what's the major difference between the two?
It cuts out the SSSSAAA.
Oh,
It's like more synth heavy, and I guess like there's like kind of more of a poppy feel to it, which is alright, but it just cuts out my favorite part. So
yeah.
therefore, it's trash.
Therefore, it's no good.
Tonight by LCD Sound System. Off their album American Dream. Never Catch Me featuring Kendrick Lamar by Flying Lotus. Good song right there off the album You're Dead. I think, right? Oh, I'm playing it. Okay, now I'm gonna
What?
Copyright
The-
striked.
Oh no!
Sleeping Powder by Gorillaz. Little Dark Age by MGMT on the new MGMT album, Little Dark Age, out in stores now.
Stores now.
Don't Do It by Nerd featuring Kendrick Lamar. Intermission by Blur. And Dogma and Rip and Tear by Mick Gordon on the Doom soundtrack.
Yes, that was so. It was so all of a sudden, we're out on the trail, and while we're going through this hill, all of a sudden you just hear this demonic voice.
Nice.
Do you think? Well, do you think that there's anyone on the ski trail who like all of a sudden heard that?
I think it was a little bit too quiet.
Yeah, it might have been too quiet.
'Cause, like,
Also,
from-
we were like right in the middle. Oh yeah, but probably one of the best parts was when one of our teachers came by right when like during one of the Doom soundtracks, and it was just like super heavy. It was so good. It was so.
No, I think I stopped
funny.
it and I played it when I.
Yeah, you did, and then right when you thought he was gonna leave, you started playing it.
November Has Come by Gorillaz featuring MF Doom, and this is like where the 4-song MF Doom streak starts.
That's right.
Space Hose and Bonsai Box from Danger Doom from that album, and Accordion. So those are our MF Doom songs.
Those are all great songs.
Deltron 3030, the 3030 song. And then we had to discord from the playlist because someone wanted fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. And,
That pissed me off.
God damn. If you don't play Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm gonna sing over your music. Like,
Yeah, but she did anyways when you were playing it.
yeah, she was already doing that. So I don't know where the argument was coming from. Frontier Psychiatrist by the Avalanches, which I recommend you should listen to the Avalanche albums.
I've never
Since I left
heard
you,
of it.
they're pretty good. I won't call them mashup albums, but pretty much along the lines of that.
Gotcha.
This Microphone by They Might Be Giants on the new album I Like Fun, out in stores now. Organ Donor by DJ Shadow. The National Anthem by Radiohead. Tree Changes by The Good, The Bad, and The Queen. And we did get to our closing song, sadly.
What was the closing
Take
song?
On Me by Aha. And
Oh.
Closing Time by Semisonic. So that was their playlist.
Well, because by the time we got to the end, we were all tired and pissed off.
Yeah. Oh, so morale was high until someone said you have 15 minutes to eat and clean up.
Yeah, after we had spent all day trying to get there.
Yeah.
We're like, well, shit, we don't have time to do anything else. I guess we just gotta hurry up. Sad ramen.
I just slept for 3 solid hours when I got back home.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so did I. I did that today too.
Oh, nice.
I just got home, did a haircut from my grandmama.
Oh.
And then passed out when I got home.
Can't wait to see that haircut, Nate.
Oh yeah, it's the hot new thing. You know what's weird? What's weird is, well, I thought about it through your playlist as well as through my own, the music I listen to, there is I have a lot of songs added that feature Kendrick Lamar in them, but I don't really like him on his own.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. I just don't really like his own the stuff that he has.
Is it the voice? I'm guessing. Is that what you?
Kinda. It kinda is.
The most thing where people get turned off by if it's not lyrical content. It's just his voice.
Well, no, I don't mind his voice. It's just it just depends on what's going with it. Because sometimes it works really well and sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I suggest. I don't know if you tried this yet. Listen to Pimp a Butterfly, just because it has a lot of Fly-Lo production and Thundercat production on it. So,
well, I love. See, yeah, exactly. I love both of those too. Greatly.
So, yeah, that's my recommendation for you.
Well, I've seen Fly-Lo.
Yeah, you
have. I would really badly want to see Thundercat live. That would be That would be great.
Same.
And, oof.
So, yeah, it was pretty cold. Some people morale was was worse in other groups, which was kind of dumb to see, really. I shouldn't say that. Probably they didn't even get the food started or something like that. So maybe that's or the group sucked in general. But our group was pretty neat.
I liked our group.
Yeah. Yeah, but, winter in Minnesota, that's what it does to people.
Yeah?
Yeah. Speaking of things winter-related.
Oh.
The Winter Olympics just started,
Oh my god, Zach, you're finally gonna get, this is the rant that you've been wanting to do all day.
Yeah, I was trying to get to it, and we kind of slowly teetered off the winter survival unit thing, so I was like, well...
Oh, yeah.
It's
I know what you mean.
It's natural conversation.
It's not your fault.
Another inside joke. It's a reference
continues.
to a good movie.
It is a great movie, even though I haven't seen it.
Oh, god damn it, Nate.
Zach, tell your rant. Give your Olympic rant.
So NBC, when they broadcast the Olympics, is always they're probably the second worst broadcasters of the Olympics, probably behind Australia, from what I've heard.
What makes Australia so bad?
Media is awful in general, really.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It's just that they just imagine Fox News, right? That's almost every channel in Australia.
Ugh. Sounds awful.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Get all types of awfulness. Anyways, so, oh my god, the commentary over the Olympics this year. And not only that, in the opening ceremony, they kept talking over it. And they said, we had to cut out 3 hours of material, right? To fit the broadcasting time, despite, having over 40 minutes of the first hour of their Olympic opening ceremony coverage, which is them interviewing people.
Gotcha.
And they focused on the U.S. for like 7 minutes when they were walking out during the.
Well, yeah, I imagine.
And like I could see okay, maybe they get a little more coverage because they're us, right? But that's like 7 minutes.
That's a pretty long time.
Which is 7 times more than they were actually out there for.
Yeah.
So they're looping footage 7 times of us coming out. And also one of them got fired for saying, I guess, I forgot what it was, but South Korea looks up to Japan in a way, which is not true at all.
That is not true at all. That is so wrong. So, wait, that person did get fired for when they said that?
Because, people were saying, no, that's not, no.
That is so, no, that is so...
And then we have f***ing Katie Couric plugging her piece on internet addiction in Korea in the middle of the opening ceremony and talking over it. No. And I think the straw that broke the camel's back was when I was just watching curling. Curling's a sport that intrigues me in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the bowling of ice sports.
It's fun. I actually think it's pretty fun.
I never played curling, but it's a
really?
sport I like to play. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
But in the middle of it, one of them said they celebrated National Pizza Day, and no one f***ing cares about how they celebrate National Pizza Day. No one. I don't. No one here except for probably you. And actually, I'm betting you're fake caring of anything.
Fake
so you can
caring.
Just fill this whole void. You're like that kid that tries to fill up a paper. I don't know. Go on.
Well, why do you keep watching it on NBC, dude? Is it just to see what happens or what they say?
The thing is, the people say you could get a VPN to watch it on BBC or CBC, right? But their time zones are different.
Yeah.
And also, I don't really want to go for the VPN hassle. You have to think outside the box when it comes to these things.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of thinking outside the box.
I knew that's what it was leading to. I was like, he's gonna do speaking of... Go ahead.
Hawaii is thinking outside the box when it comes to loot boxes by actually trying to regulate them right now at the moment.
Really?
They're proposing a bill to regulate loot boxes.
Hawaii is?
Yep, Hawaii.
I didn't even know.
They have very strict gambling laws in that state. Very strict gambling laws.
Gotcha. I didn't even know that.
Dice, not gamble dice. You go to Vegas for
that. Worked. Holy. That worked so well. That all of a sudden I'm like, that actually works kind of good.
Yeah.
A paradise, not a gamble dice.
Yeah.
That kind of dice. Bam. Get in there.
I thought about that on the spot. I never even thought about the dice. Until I,
yeah.
Said it.
I didn't. All of a sudden I'm like, hey, that kind of works. What if... I have to say one thing of... What if casinos just brought in D20s?
Oh, shit. Gambling while playing D&D?
Well, not even necessarily. That would be so could What if they had gambling D&D? That'd be so good. But
you could actually play cards inside D&D.
That would be great. I would love that.
Oh God.
When we do what is the name of that board game we would play within D&D?
Legends of Demarchica?
Yeah, that's what that's what it was. What I remember that whenever they were all getting distracted, you just turn to me and say you want to play some Legends of Demarchica. But
this loot box thing though, do you want to explain loot boxes for the listeners that don't quite know what loot boxes are?
Basically the idea of a loot box is that it is this it's just this it is a box usually represented as a sort of chest or something, and once you usually when you get you like earn them through a game, and usually it's just once you open it, you get different items, whether it be cosmetic or actually playable, and there's usually a color coding system that it like shows its rarity. Usually, white. It goes from this is from least common to rare. Usually goes white, blue, purple, and then like it's a orange or it's a yellow.
Yeah.
And so, this loot box thing is kind of getting out of hand.
Yeah, the thing is that people like to put Overwatch under the exception, right? Which is I used to believe that until I realized like majority of their updates are cosmetic based now and not like game updating related.
Yeah, no, a lot of their stuff is
like if it's a major update, it's only tied to that cosmetic event, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just pull it away until next year.
What Blizzard is doing is fucking genius. No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's such a good idea. Like, not only, first of all, they make it just cosmetics, and that alone makes people be like, oh, it's not that bad then.
Yeah,
and then second, they do event like 4 to 5 different big events throughout the year, and the thing is, they're like, once the event's over, you can't get the skin anymore. So people, of course. This is what I hear people talking about this. I've heard people say this where they'll buy like $50 worth of loot boxes right before the event ends, and then I know it is not and then they just open them all up, and they hope that they get the skins that they wanted.
Yeah, that new Lord of the Rings game and Battlefront 2 is like the worst culprits.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Especially
I forgot about
Battlefront 2. Oh my god. $80 just to unlock Darth Vader.
Yes. And what was it like? It was
like play like a couple hundred
40 hours. It was 40 hours worth.
Yeah. Oof.
That's nuts. That's fucking crazy. But I do have to tell you this, Zach.
Yeah.
So, when Battlefront 2 came out, I was seriously considering getting EA stock because it got low. It got really low. And do you know what happened? Okay, and then a month later, The Last Jedi came out and everything by then, and so their stock was already back to where it was. Because you know that they dropped like quite a big percent.
Like 10%.
Yeah, and do you know what happened when they brought loot boxes back like a few weeks ago?
I think it was like a 12%
fucking shot up.
Yeah.
It shot up. 12% is huge. And right now I'm like, oh my god, why didn't I get EA stock?
Welcome to stock.
Welcome to stock talk.
Yeah, stock. With Nathan Welter. Talking about them stockings.
Stocks.
He talks about stocks like market share stocks and stockings and stalking people. It's a neat show. All the stocks in one.
Welcome. We're stalking someone on Wall Street right now. Yep. Hopefully he doesn't see us.
Oh man. But the whole player choice thing is a big hoax though when it comes to the loot box thing, really.
What do you mean? The player choice?
Oh, like
I said, that it's like
it's not part of a game. You could you know what I mean?
It's your choice to buy it or not.
Yeah. Speaking of hoaxes, Left 4 Dead 3. Have you heard about this?
No.
So
what are you talking about?
So this is a complicated story. So someone hacked into. I won't say hacked. I think the Left 4 Dead 3 Left 4 Dead domain went down, right? Because they don't need it anymore, and so I managed to buy that. And
really
to Ted Carson, which is a famous developer at Valve, right? Facebook page, which had someone's hand with the, you know,
Oh,
how
and it
Left
was
4
like the
Dead had Left 4
three.
Dead, yeah,
It was
three,
like three fingers held up.
yeah, and also the Left 4 Dead Facebook page also went down, which someone managed to register for that as well.
Oh
And
my,
it,
really?
yep, and also like as a joke, they revealed it as a card game because we all know about the Ark Arrival thing. So yeah, another failed Valve announcement or fake Valve announcement. That's another hoax. It's kind of getting sad at this point.
I just think it is. I also really like the fact that they put a card game. What was it? What was it that they announced as a card game? Was it Dota 2?
Yeah,
What
Dota
was
2
it?
card game was called Arrival,
That's
and you should have seen the reaction for that. Oh my god! Like they did it live right at
what?
the Dota 2 event,
Yeah.
and and there's like like people going oh, and then like once it shows a Dota 2 card game, and like I was like oh. Like
Well,
there's like
yeah.
so much excitement and like it
Mm-hmm.
all just dropped in 2 seconds.
Well, yeah. I mean, sure, digital card games are like kind of cool. It's a kind of cool concept, but it also like I don't think it's a good direction for like
They
a
want to get
bunch
that
like
Hearthstone money, man.
yeah, I
Like
guess.
they already took a bunch of money from Blizzard, and they already want more.
Mm-hmm. I do.
But that's just the way of life, you know.
It sure is.
But
It.
that was not going to segue into anything, by the way.
Oh, speaking of life, um,
Sims. No, I'm joking.
this
But,
Damon's kind of weird right now.
what?
So just the gaming world in general is just kind of weird right
Yeah.
now, or it
In my
has been.
opinion, before Valve announces anything else, they need to cancel Half-Life 3. Just need to pull the plug on that bad boy.
Just so people stop
Well,
asking.
it kind of already hinted at being canceled when Mark Laidlaw leaked the script for it.
Oh,
Like, I won't call it leaked, but like let me find it. It's he changed all the names around it and all that stuff. Like so, like he couldn't get sued if they wanted to. I don't
Oh,
think they were if he kept the names, but just in case if like someone's like, we could get some more money on the Steam boat.
yeah.
But
Well, like that. I mean, that's their only reason. They make so much. They like Steam just makes an absurd amount of money, so Valve just doesn't make games anymore.
yeah, and it makes sense in my opinion.
It does. It
And
does.
they're still making games. They have those VR games that are coming out at some point. And they
Oh,
already have
that's
a VR game out. So,
that's right.
but so when people say they never made games in a while, like they kind of have. It's just that it's at a limited market now because that's what
Hmm.
they want to do.
But well, I'm sure they just want to like. They're slowly trying to push the Vive.
Yeah, and the Vive is what they should push at the moment, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But here's a
Yeah.
little fun fact. They Gabe Newell, I think, a few years ago said like 2012 to 2015 for Valve was like probably the most fun years he had working with them.
Really.
Yeah, well, think about this. Half-Life 2's development and the Orange Box development was very stressful for all of them. Well,
Yeah.
their company was on the brink of bankruptcy before Half-Life 2 came out.
Mm. What Wait. What? Well, so what was even 2012 through 2015?
So
Were they just not making
I think
anything at that
Dota
point?
2, CS:GO,
Okay.
and they were focusing their development on Steam machines and the Vive.
Mm. Yeah.
Even though Steam machines are a failed thing, it seemed like it was like a hobby thing to them, really. Like,
Yeah.
they're just making these.
I forgot about Steam machines.
They were made because Windows 8 was gonna be a weird closed platform at one point, which
That's
is why they were making them.
that's right. Oh man, and then Steam machines just kind of went under the rug.
Yeah.
You know what other gaming sort of thing went under the rug?
What? Good sir.
The Ouya.
Oh man, the Ouya. That's a while ago, but I like that.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, poor Ouya.
the poor
That's
Ouya.
actually a thing I was interested in getting at one point, just because like, oh
Really?
wow, $80 console, that's not bad.
When
Except
you
like,
realize that it's just a phone.
well, yeah, well, the thing is that was unheard of at the time. And every streaming box is like, you know, we could make it a console too.
Hmm.
Like,
Do you remember the Do you remember the first M-rated game you played?
oh, it was COD, yeah,
It was?
World at War. So like one of
Huh.
the best COD games. So that was nice.
I remember I played one of my favorite game. This is still one of my favorite games. I haven't played in a long time. First M-rated game I played was Halo 3,
Oh,
and
nice.
I really like. Oh man, it's such a bummer that that series went just total like down the hole.
Yeah.
But well, whatever.
And you know,
I,
you
I
think
don't
like,
even.
wow, well, at least Bungie's gonna have a good time making Destiny, and oof,
Oof. I wish
oof,
wish that was the case.
oof. Indeed, Destiny 2 is also under that loot box problem.
They are.
Yeah, thanks
They
Activision Blizzard.
thank you. They had a huge like thing where they're like, what was it? Oh man, I kind of like because I don't know how like specifically what it was, but like there was something about like that they like some sort of like in-game event that had like a event type currency
Oh, I
that
know what
was
you're
like
talking about. Yeah,
really hard to get
and also
unless
they
you
paired.
physically
Was it like
purchased
one of those
it.
things where like they paired you up with players? If I think it was COD actually
Oh
had
no,
something like
that's with
that.
it. That was with the newer Call of Duty games. Oh my god.
They paired
Well,
you up
like
with players that had better stuff than you.
they put you with people like this is what I heard, and
Don't
anyone
sue us,
can
Activision. Don't sue us.
don't sue us
This is what we
and
heard
don't
from a little bird. Not
and
we didn't make this. Someone else
this
made
is
this up.
just through the grapevine of things.
Yeah.
And I mean, the fact that I believe it, that kind of is a sign of like, hey, get your together. Anyways, um, so apparently they put people who like are just starting out against the people who like get all the extra stuff and like have really good equipment, just so that like so you feel so shitty about it that you end up just kind of like buying that stuff so then you're super good as well.
Yeah.
And the thing is like the majority of the base for these games, the majority like age range of these games are like it's like it's like the 13 like 13-year-old kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
get what you're
I
saying.
think I would say the majority is between the ages of 13 and 25.
Oh, nice.
Something like
I don't know
that.
why I said oh nice, but yeah.
That's my like that's my guess. I think that that's where the their fan base is like the biggest is in between that age range.
Nate
Oh,
and Zach coming with the stats.
with the stats.
The
With the
stats
stats.
out the.
Oh, what's something I used to do, which it was just something that would like I like to look at because it would make me laugh, even though it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like I used to a while like a well before Battlefront 2 came out, I would go and like look at the concurrent players for Battlefront 1,
Hmm.
and like you would just see it like especially for PC, it would just be so tiny.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
It was
weird.
very.
It would be small. Like it's so weird to me that like that one of the games that is still super duper popular and still has so many people playing it is GTA 5.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Like I'll look right now. Like almost every time I go onto Steam and look, it's like in the 30,000s.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like, is it
holy
like in the
shit,
top 10 too?
this game is old. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to like look in the top. I know I know that like PUBG is probably like at number one.
Is it still number one? I
Well,
thought
I
Fortnite
don't
was.
know how I could. Well, I don't know how to like if I can see like a spectrum of all the concurrent players, but I can look at top sellers. I mean, PUBG is number 2 on top sellers on Steam still, right,
Yeah,
as of right now.
PUBG
What's number
is
1?
not a finished game, and I don't care what anyone says.
It is not,
It's
and
not a 1.0 release game.
yeah. Speaking of 1.0, Rust finally like got to 1.0.
Yeah, congrats, Rust.
That was how long ago was that?
That's not
Wasn't
bad.
that like
2014, I think.
oh well no I mean I meant like when did it come 1.0? Wasn't it like a month ago?
Oh yeah, a month ago. Month ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never played it, but it
Even
looks
though the
alright.
development of it was rocky, at least like they got to 1.0, and it seemed
Yeah,
like a semi-polished game.
like
Unlike Daisy, which is still in beta,
oof,
and in
that's
alpha for a couple years. a couple.
that's that's
Daisy's like the worst of the early access model.
well, I mean, wasn't isn't the mod just superior to the actual
Yeah,
physical
I think the
game?
mod is superior, but I believe the servers for Arma 2 is shut down just because
Oh, gotcha.
Arma 2 is an
Yeah,
old game.
I couldn't. Those like the actual Arma games, I could never ever get into.
Oh yeah, you have to be with friends or
They
get
seem
way into.
so boring. Doesn't just because it's like a actual people the excuse, and I'm saying excuse that people always say for like is that it's like supposed to be a simulator.
Well, it is.
I mean, is it though? Like, is it what it like? Is that what the like?
Like if
Is
you're
that
playing,
what they say? Is that like
well, like
their
the
like claim to
original
fame?
campaign, right?
Hmm.
It's an actual simulator.
Okay,
Now in Arma 3 at least, and I think Arma 2, like the multiplayer stuff kind of just delves into Gary's mod territory, where you just do whatever you want with the game engine,
gotcha.
as long as you're not like hacking into other people's stuff. You know, what multiplayer game is dead, and it's actually pretty fun if you have like at least 2 or 3 people playing with you.
What?
Half-Life 2 Deathmatch.
Really?
Yeah, it really is. Because you have all
What's
those
so?
weapons, like you have the gravity gun, the crowbar, the stun stick, the revolver, the sniper, and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I say you couldn't you just do Gary's mod?
Yeah, but like there's a weird thing of Gary's mod where like I think you just get people who I don't know. I just don't like messing with Gary's mod to be honest with you.
Really?
Just because of file loading related stuff.
Hmm.
Like if it's your first time playing on that server, it's gonna take quite a while.
Oh yeah, it does. Well, that's why you. It's really easy. Well, at least I've done like well, not I didn't make the server, but someone I know has made a server, and we just use what program is it? Hamachi, which it's okay. I
Yeah.
mean, it's something that what sucks is that everyone then has to get it to be able to go on the server. But I mean, in the end, it's like no, okay, cool. I can do this, or I can do the Minecraft with friends. I hate talking about that game. I don't think I've played it in like a year, but like there's no way of not sounding like I don't know what you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's just one of those games that you're like,
Minecraft is like porn, alright? You don't publicly talk about it in front of other people.
that's right. That is exactly right. You don't talk about it in front of other people.
Like, unless if, like, like, you definitely know they're into that type of Minecraft stuff. I don't know why I'm talking about types of Minecraft, but it's like, you don't publicly say, like, so what have you done today, Jimmy? I played Minecraft. Okay, that's
I
the weird
played
kid. Anyways,
Minecraft,
oh, Minecraft.
and
It's
then
an alright game. I give it that.
I hope when that because we were talking about this today, or I was talking to Shane about this that well not well I can tie it in with this Minecraft kid that I hope that this Minecraft kid grows up someday, then like gets a neck beard, and then when he goes to Olive Garden asks for Mountain Dew in a wine glass. And then when the waitress comes back, he tips his fedora to her.
Oh man. I think we should go there
Well,
tomorrow, right? And say we're waiting for our dates and get some free bread.
that's so terrible. Just get free bread.
We're waiting for our dates, and then like they said, oh, they're not coming, and we're not lying because it's true.
I
They're
think
not
people
coming.
would just immediately think that we're gay. If we both came in with suits on and sat in
We
Olive
just said
Garden,
we're waiting for our dates.
we're waiting for our
And we're
dates.
sitting next to each other in the booth, so like it's obviously like
What? We just sit like that the whole time.
yeah.
Oh my god, that would be really funny. Though,
Waiting for it.
well, I had a really messed up version, which I don't know if I want to tell on
Let's
here.
not talk about it.
I'm not gonna talk about that. I will have to say this. For people who don't know me, I have a horrible, horrible sense of humor. Like just terrible. Stuff to me is funny is just like that's all I'm gonna go into it. That's all I'm gonna go into it.
Yeah.
I have just a strange sense of humor, but I mean at least none of us are sitting there thinking Medea's a good movie.
Yeah.
Full circle, bam, got it in. I'm still pissed off about that.
Who thinks that's legitimate? It's like that's like someone legitimately
Like-
thinking, "Oh, Revival's a good album." I bet they think Revival's a good album.
I bet they do. Five was awful. Most people, I would agree that, and I agree with this, that a lot of people say it's like one of the worst albums of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe
The only
even
people that say
the
it's
worst.
good is probably like White,
Yeah, to be honest.
or they even pay to say it's good, or they're friends of Eminem in a way.
Like, no, I'm serious. The people who have the only like people who said that they liked it, when I see who it is, they're just really white.
Yeah, like I looked at all the tweets praising the album, and the only person that I seen praise it that wasn't white was a basketball player, and I'm assuming that they were paid to say it was good.
Paid to say it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, but it bothers me a little. It hurts a little when people say that that's good. But I mean, well, I get that like everyone's different and like we all like different things. But holy,
Revival's an
that album
exception.
sucks.
Oh my god! Like just
It is-
like, you can't legitimately.
It's so
say
bad.
He matured. You can't legitimately say that the lyrics are good just because of some
No,
stuff
'cause
he
the
says in,
lyrics
like, the
suck.
worst line. It makes SoundCloud rappers sound all right. Like let me find you some Revival gems that are not too explicit because I don't want to
God.
censor the hell out of this.
I'm gonna say this. This is a bold thing to say. Even, oh my god, even Kane Groceries has like, well, and those are that's a whole nother thing. Those are just straight out. Those are just silly. All of his stuff is just ridiculous. But I honestly think that his stuff is better than Revival. Even that's a
Yeah,
low
Eminem,
blow. That is a low blow.
There goes our chance of having Eminem on the show.
Good thing Eminem doesn't know how to work computers, so he can't find me.
He has
He
iPad.
won't
He's
find
into
me.
the podcasting though. He has an iPad. I mean, he probably does have an iPad.
But he does have an iPad.
Yeah, but
But
he makes
Revival
his
was made
own.
on an iPad.
Hey, that's a low blow too. There's some good albums made on iPads.
There is. There legit actually is. And I mean, I've been working on some like ambient type stuff on GarageBand
Yeah.
because I mean that's all I have because I mean it's free.
Okay. Here's my dramatic reading of a line or bar, I should say, from.
Please do. I think I know exactly what line you're gonna read.
Your booty is heavy duty, like diarrhea.
That's it.
Yep.
That's That is such an awful. That's that when people like
You think
see
that's
what
like
if
the worst one of the album? Oh my god.
no, it's not even.
You probably stopped at that point.
I did stop at that point, but Zach, did you listen to the whole thing?
I did.
I
To
feel
be
so
honest with
bad for
you,
you. What else? Has there? What else? There's been like. Has there been any other albums that were not so great that came out? The like
the new Migos album
ah
that came out this year, and they pretty much with pride said like, "Oh yeah, we spend under 45 minutes with each track." Like, that's not something you should be happy about.
no no
That's
it's not.
like digital homicide. So yeah, we made 20 games in 1 year.
Yeah, I do have to say because we were talking about terrible albums. I know this didn't come out this year, and I'm gonna look up when it came out. But so
Oh, Pacific
Disturbed.
Daydream was another album that was awful.
What was?
Pacific Daydream by Weezer.
Oh, I forgot. Did they? I forgot they had an album come
I was
out.
so disappointed about that album. Like as a Weezer fan, oh,
Yeah,
it was like the day the clown cried.
the day the clown cried. I do have to say this came out in 2015. This album I'm about to talk about. It is immor I, im immortalized. It came out in 2015. It's a Disturbed album.
Ooh,
This was the album. This was the album that like
this is
so
the Sound of Silence cover on it, is it?
yes, it is that one. And so for a long time, it's since like well they had an album come out in 2011, so I think it was so it was probably within that same year that they went on hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was 2012, but they're on hiatus for a few years, and then all of a sudden, they came up with that album, and they were like, "Yeah, we're back, and we're ready to be better than ever." And then when I listened to that album, I was like, "Should have stayed on hiatus."
Oof.
That's really bad, but I don't like. It's bad. It sucks. That album blows. It is really bad. I don't like it at all.
Oh, there goes her chance of getting disturbed on the show.
On the show.
It's
like no one will come on this. There is no one who will come on who would come on this
I
show
think
just
you get
because like.
Shane on the show. Maybe.
Oh well, yeah, we did. I mean like people who are like really famous just because I just talk everything. Well, not everything, but there's a lot of stuff who like.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
understand.
I'm God. I don't like to call. I don't like. Ugh! I'm very like there's a lot of like there is so much in the mainstream that I hate, but I really hate the like saying it hipster or like I just don't like. I mean, I guess you could technically say that I am, but I don't like to associate myself like that. You know what I mean?
Understand. Yeah.
Cause oh yeah, question for any hipsters listeners out there.
One.
The one hipster who's listening on to this on their Apple II.
No, they're not listening to this on their Apple. They pressed it onto a vinyl.
They do.
Double record.
When you press this onto your vinyl. I'm not trying to be mean, but that but that would be really funny getting a podcast pressed on a vinyl.
We're gonna do that.
But we're gonna do that. We should do that. That's actually kind of God damn it. And of course now I'm thinking that's kind of a cool idea, and then I realize I'm part of the problem. But oh no, what was I gonna say? Oh, how sundial watches.
Ooh.
For the hipsters out there. That's our big business idea. Sundial
I
watches.
think we remember talking about this. You know what I just realized? This is our Valentine's Day special.
It sure is.
Like,
you know what else though, Zach?
What?
And you might want to pause it unless you want to end it here. I have to use the bathroom.
Oh, well, we'll take
So-
a soda break.
we will take a quick intermission, even though we've probably been going for like an hour or something, over an hour.
Yeah, I think so. I'm enjoying this though. I am.
We're having a. So am I. I'm having a really good time. So
I'll be
we'll
right
just.
back.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back. We'll just cut stuff.
Yeah. Cut.
All right.
Cut.
All right.
Hey.
Howdy. Again.
Welcome back to the second part of the thing.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. This is where we get super Valentines-y here. Because I'm assuming I'm gonna get this all finished and edited on the day of.
You actually might, just because you'll have time.
Yeah.
I mean, I do imagine that there's other stuff we'll be working on.
Yep. Like,
that might be a good time to actually work on the script, some script stuff and storyboards.
Now?
What?
Now?
No, not now. I mean tomorrow.
Yeah.
During the day tomorrow. What was I gonna? Oh yeah. So during my little break, Well, what did you do, Zach? What did you do during our little break we had?
I took a little pissy wissy, And I grabbed a Coca-Cola, which is the proud Olympic drink.
All right. All right. Well, you see,
doing that. Okay.
I took a poo. Then I had a quick ice pop.
Ooh.
And then I realized I was like, I'm a little thirsty, need to get a drink. So I got a nice Dr. Pepper. So now the tables are turned.
Oh.
Well, I
like
think
Dr.
I don't know. I know you like Dr. Pepper a lot, so that's kind of what I'm guessing is what you usually have as a choice of drink.
Yeah. Just no Dr. Pepper.
Because usually I'll just grab a Coke or something. It usually is a Coke. That's my lounging drink.
Ooh.
Or when you have something, if you're eating a meal.
Yeah.
But
So Nate, what are you doing on Valentine's Day? Do you have
what am I doing?
Valentine?
I'm afraid I don't.
Oh.
Hey, any women out there? I'm 18 and that means I'm legal, baby. Come on down to the studio. Oh, I did. I don't know if there's anything that you specifically want to talk about, but I do have some news that I just had read about when I was using the bathroom.
Oh, nice. So here's some talking with Nate.
It's not talking.
It's literal talking.
It is literal talking. I just found out that Red Dead 2 has been delayed again.
Yep, to October.
October.
Right?
Yep. PC a PC port is not announced yet either.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep in mind this is Rockstar's engines are so messed up they had to make a completely new engine.
Really?
For GTA 5. Yep. The reason why they actually did a remaster so they could actually profit off that.
Oh.
Not because we could just port it again. It was because they made a new engine. Might as well put this on the consoles as well.
Gotcha. Interesting. Well,
that mic is picking up the chips.
I can just barely hear it. Do you just have did some snacks and stuff going?
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, I can't eat.
I'll say this, which would be amazing. Now, first of all, you don't know how badly I would love to do podcasts and stuff like this as a job, even though it's kind of unrealistic and unsafe to do.
Yeah.
Only because
Which is
I just
why
would.
you should subscribe to our Patreon. You need to set that shit up.
What if we set up an actual Patreon? Oh my god. Um. So, um. Oh my god. Well, mostly just because I really badly want us to have our own office, and
I really
for
do
us,
want an office too.
do you know how cool it would be if we also we just have like the little or green room or break room that got some nice sofas in there, like
Yeah.
a bowl of M&Ms on the coffee table.
No, we don't do M&Ms.
What do we do, Zach?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's the fancy version of M&Ms. It's like M&Ms.
Can we do
Fancy.
Canadian Smarties?
Yeah, there.
Do you know what do you know what that is?
No.
It's kind of like if you were to mix Skittles and M&Ms as one.
Oh god,
It sounds gross.
awesome.
It sounds
awesome.
it sounds kind of gross, but it's actually not that bad.
What we should do
What?
is put some illegal goods on that table. You know what I'm talking about?
What do you say?
Some illegal U.S. goods.
Oh, are you?
Some Kinder
I know what you're
Surprises,
getting at.
you know?
Yes, the Kinder Surprises.
Those are so disappointing. They really were. The only useful thing about them, like, I could do a bit with them on Snapchat, and that was it.
Isn't it just it's just like a toy in the middle, isn't
The
it?
toy in the middle was even interesting. Like it was like a stupid minion thing that like flies once.
It flies once. Didn't we used to have Kinder Surprises
and
in the US?
5 idiot kids choked on this.
I remember getting those as a kid though.
I think they got rid of them in the 90s, so you probably were eating illegal U.S. goods.
Well, no. Oh no, it wasn't like an actual Kinder Surprise. It was like it was like this thing where it was like a Kinder Surprise. It was like, and if anyone knows what this is, if I can get someone to tell me what this is, I would love it. But it was like this big chocolate egg, and in the middle of it, instead of a toy, it was these little like pieces. It was these little like pieces of hard candy
Oh, I know what you're
in the
talking
middle.
about. Yeah.
Yes, but I don't remember what they're called.
Darn.
Like, but it was those kind of like like what I mean by like chalky kind of hard candies.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember if it was good or not. But if I find one, I'll probably freak out,
And do a whole podcast.
have a total nostalgia trip, buy it, eat it, and feel sick later, and then feel terrible. That's usually how like nostalgia things go, at least for me, where it's like, wow, this is actually not good at all.
You know one thing I really hate about Valentine's Day?
Oh,
Is that you always get these people out there like, oh, I don't have a date.
mm-hmm.
That's all they complain about. And here I'm sitting here like, oh, fuck yeah, free chocolates. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Fake.
And then I'm sure there's just a big sale on the 15th.
Oh yeah, that chocolate store that's on the same road as
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. It's like
it's a chocolate factory.
It starts. Yeah, it starts with like an A, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about.
We're gonna be doing some fun half-price books selling.
That's right. What are you selling?
Some records and books. And some
that's
DVDs.
what it is. You have some records that you want to get rid of. Or is it more of just like, well,
I want money.
I am gonna use this. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. And
I thought it was more of like you were thinning out your catalog. You're like,
I'm also
I need
doing
to.
that too. Because,
You're like, I need to get rid of the crap.
yeah, I'm also because I went to a thrift store, not thrift store,
Mhm.
a farmer's market, and like, oh yeah, we're selling 20 of these records for like $5. Like, you know what? If they're all bad, that's fine. And all it is clutter up my space.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get anything good out of that though? Out of like, was it 20 or what? Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, none of them were really good. really. Like, there's one thing that was
Really?
neat, but I bought like a better pressing of it anyways later. So
Gotcha.
yeah, don't trust those farmers markets, man. Actually, trust them. Just don't like say, "Hey, I want to get records from you." Like they'll go like,
Don't get a records from
they
farmers
they
market.
have neat antiques there. I can tell you that.
Yeah, they do.
And
But
fruits.
like they do.
Yeah.
I haven't actually been to a farmers market before.
Oh, we should go, Nate.
Where did you go?
Oh,
What
far away from here.
far away from here?
Near our cabin that we go to once a week, which I might not go to this year because of Summer Games Done Quick is happening that same week.
Gotcha.
And I'm excited for that.
Well, like, can't you just go for? Can you? Do you have to buy it for a whole week, or can you go specific days?
I think it's the whole week, but like it's $60
Hmm,
for the whole week, which is actually decent for what it
that's
is.
not that bad.
Like
Well, like,
they're gonna be gouging you out with the hotel prices, but due to we're locals, we don't need that.
dude, that's right. Because it's right. We can get to Minneapolis pretty quick.
It's not Minneapolis, Bloomington, so it could be like right next to
Oh,
the
it's
mall.
Bloomington. Oh my God, that's even closer. That kind of gives away our location.
Yeah, we always
Kind
say
of.
Minnesota, and Bloomington.
Well,
That's
we
like a
say
big tourist
Minnesota.
location, so
It is. So I mean, Bloomington's not that far.
you have to find a bunch of cities to kill us, man.
Jesus. Eminem's gonna find me now.
Tyler Perry's gonna dress up as Monty.
He would have dressed up. Do you think that in his spare time that Tyler Perry dresses up as Medea for just for a whole day?
Probably.
I would not doubt that. I think that Tyler Perry just wants to be an elderly woman. But I like that this is just a reoccurring. This is the reoccurring topic
Yeah. Tyler
because
Perry.
I don't know why, but it just pisses me off that badly that I just want to like keep bringing it up
Yeah.
just because like I don't know how people like legitimately like it. I don't. But oh man.
Oh
Oh,
man. Oh man, indeed.
oh man indeed.
So Nate, do you have Valentine's Day tips? I'm,
Tips
I'm trying
and
to
tips
shoehorn
and tricks.
I'm trying to shoehorn the Valentine's Day theme in here because I realized like, oh, it's
You're
today.
tr- it well, yeah, it is technically today,
Yeah.
and to think that you're in a
So
oh
for
my
all you
God. I also well, I mean, don't complain. I'm thinking about the fact that we're basically when we're done with this, we're gonna be going to bed and waking up and then working on this. Oh yeah, that's right. You asked me. Okay, tips and tricks. Okay, here's your tips and what like tips and tricks in general, or just if you're needing a date.
if you're needing a date,
If you're needing a date, okay.
Nate
First
has
of
it.
all,
Nate with his date tricks.
Nate's dates trips.
Yeah.
That didn't really work, but anyways, um, step one, you find someone else who is in the same boat as you.
All right.
Bam. Find someone else. Okay.
Step
S-
2.
Here's another tip. If you go out, here's a decently okay tip. If you go out with someone and get dinner, I want to say avoid garlic and onion types of things
Just because you want to make sure they're not a
because let me tell
vampire,
you,
right?
well, let me tell you, I don't know about. I'm pretty sure it's the same case with garlic, but I know with onions that when you eat them, you just kind of like deal with that smell for a few days because it like kind of like it just stays with you, you know?
Yeah.
Like those are two very pungent smells, so you don't want to like you don't want to be with your I guess I'll say with your partner and all of a sudden be like, man, really smells like onions in here. What during the process of lovemaking.
We're
So
gonna go that far already.
so well that's why I'm saying
Like we're
avoid
going that fast.
Yes, avoid garlic and onion or just smelly foods. Avoid smelly foods.
Yeah.
Tip number 3. Um, um, I'm just trying to think of, what you could do if you're lonely. You could just get a pizza.
Oh yeah.
Just, I
From
mean,
Pizza Hut, right?
no, I didn't want to. I didn't want to this spot, but like I was realizing as I was saying it, I was like, oh, shit, I realized what I was doing. If for those who don't currently, as we, I mean, we are just in high school as of right now. I as a part-time job, I'm a delivery boy. I deliver pizza to the masses. So, um, there you go. Just did a pizza. Did a nice. If I were to pick, I did a nice frozen DiGiorno pizza
Oh.
because to be up for whatever weird reason. Okay, for some weird reason, and I don't know why. I like frozen pizza more than I do like Pizza Hut or like Domino's or anything like that.
Well, I can see why though for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, hold on, but there's an exception. Like I don't like the fast quote unquote like fast food type pizzas are all awful.
Even $5?
They're okay.
Okay.
They're okay. They're not terrible, but they're like but I don't know why, but I just really liked well, it's specifically DiGiorno is really good. I don't know why I like it. It's just really good. Or oh, all you people out there, if you want a nice cheap $5 pizza, go to Aldi. Their pizza really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it is really good, and they're huge. They are big pizzas. So bam, there, just eat all of that, and then have yourself a good nap, and maybe crack out the red wine and watch a rom-com or two, and pass out.
Tip number 4.
Tip number 4. Um, I don't have a tip number 4.
And
So
that's
those were my tips and tricks for Valentine's Day. I hope for if there's any like a big amount of people who listen to this, I really hope no one takes most of that advice. I hope no one takes it like seriously and like,
I just took all of
yeah,
it.
that's a good
I just took
idea.
all that. Well, the garlic one's it's pretty good.
That is okay.
Actually, pretty
That
much
is
all
that
of them
is
were all right. I
they were
think.
actually okay. They weren't that bad.
Yeah.
They weren't terrible.
Like
Like
all of them were pretty common stuff except for the garlic one. Like
that is
that was a
don't eat
legitimately good tip actually.
don't get no, I'm serious. Don't do smelly food because I'm pretty sure with onions it comes out like the smell comes out of your pores, so you just will smell oniony for a little bit, especially when you get sweaty. So that's why I jumped straight to that.
Yeah.
But Zach, what are we segueing into?
Nothing.
You know who is a great I do have to plug I think I might have to plug this person
Oh, go
who
ahead,
has
plug away.
who has a good who puts some good stuff on their Instagram. Uh I think it's Winston Hacking.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, let me we're going into stats. We're checking the databases. Um
Stats and tats with.
stats and stats and tats.
We'll get to
It
the
is
tattoo portion of the
it's
show.
it's Winston Hacking. For people who don't know,
Oh,
um
nice.
as I assume most people don't, Winston Hacking is this guy who is part of who does a lot of the weird visual who does a lot of weird visual stuff for Flylo and Brain Feeder.
Oh, nice.
Like, he's the one who does all like the really weird like the collages with like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
You are talking about.
So I do have to say, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, go check out Winston Hacking.
All right. Nice plugs.
I
I've been plugging
do.
too, so this is like
I
the
liked
plug. This is like the chug and plug.
chugging, plug and chug.
Yep.
So Zach and I and three other of our pals that we have this group chat where we put videos in there, and it's basically, well, in other words, it's basically just Zach and I.
Yeah. Everyone gets
And
to suffer with
slowly
the video.
they slowly get worse and worse with each video we put in there, it seems like.
Yeah, I think we need.
Like,
I think I need to put something in there that's gonna like cause one of our friends to like just like, you know what, that's it, Zach.
we need we well, I mean,
we haven't gone too far yet, but
we haven't
I
gone
think it's the
horribly
it's
far.
the friendship test. We're gonna do the friendship test.
The friendship test. We I put in some good Pilot Red Sun. Did I put that in there? I think I did. Pilot Red Sun. Did I put that Hamburger Helper video in there?
Yeah, you have.
Yes.
That was very
So-
weird.
Pilot Red Sun has a bunch of really weird videos, like the Hamburger Helper one. He's also, if you've seen the Pringles one, which that has a few million views, so I imagine you would.
Yes, I have.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that you know what? I'm gonna put that in there right now. that Pringles advert is also, I love that video so much. This guy's stuff is so weird, but it's so good. I like it. And then that's why I'm really I do have to say I'm just really into all this, like, I don't even know what to call it. I feel like there's like a better way to put it.
Surreal humor?
Is that what it
I
is?
think so, yeah. Surreal comedy. Or
Like-
humor, I should say.
Because like I love I love, well, like all like fly low stuff, and which connects, and then will connect to, brings us to people like David Firth, who is another animator I love.
Oh, David Firth. Oof, we can make a whole podcast about him.
We easily could. He's incredible. His work is incredible, and I love. And then, like, yeah, what I was just saying, Pilot Red Sun and all that. So I do love this surreal humor, and I've been wanting to. Jump into that this like the surreal scene and make really weird stuff like that.
Well, we're doing that this week, I think. With the
We
filming
are
of-
like
I got my camera ready.
we do. Got the camera ready. Well, he has cameras though too.
Oh, but this is my camera, so I can do anything I want with it.
Ooh.
I can like smash it on the ground for fun.
For funsies. Oh man.
Like right in front of him. Like, see, that's mine. You can't tell me what to do with it.
I do want to. I don't know if I would be able to turn it in though, because I just have idea. I think. See, the problem
I think
with.
as long as we bleep things out, I think we're fine.
Well, no, I don't mean this. I mean like
I know the show. Yeah.
the show, and if making surreal stuff, because it's just because a lot of it is just so what the.
I think that'll be fine.
I mean, yeah. Because I took the class last trimester, and when the intensive theme ended, I had asked him what he thought of it, and he was like, all he said was, "It was interesting." And
He enjoyed my They Might Be Giants documentary I made. So,
really,
yeah. The one on Dial a Song.
nice.
Despite there's a few editing hiccups because I had to rush it because it didn't save correctly in the day before. So
I remember that. I remember that you were it was like the second to last, and then we come to the last day, and you're like rushing to get it done.
And like it was already a problem. It was already a rush job because I was gonna do something on like a thing on like a game, except I couldn't get the footage for it. So I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I do remember
It's
that.
gonna be a Rim Sky.
Rim
Yeah.
Sky.
Yeah.
The Elder Scrolls.
The Scroll Elders. Yeah.
Do you know what? Ooh, here's a for all you true Elder Scroll fans. Listen to this. What do you think is better? Here's our poll of the week, or of this podcast. Here's our poll.
Set a straw poll.
Here, what's our poll? Here's the poll. What's better, Oblivion or Skyrim?
Ooh.
I've played both, and to be honest, I kind of liked Oblivion a little bit more.
I'm trying to figure out what to say here. This is not gonna be
Really.
This is just more of a weird in between thing. For comfort reasons, I like Skyrim more, right?
Okay.
And for like story reasons, I like Oblivion more.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Oblivion has these stupid things that just bug me.
I like the. Are you talking about when the guards come up to you, or the fact that when anyone talks to you, it zooms right in on their face?
No, it's not that. It's just more like controls are a little wonky on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Some of the mechanics are not needed. Like the speech mechanic just sucks in that. And I like talking to people in games.
I love the speech wheel.
Yeah.
See, I do like Oblivion more because to me it's just more fun, and like all the like weird sort of like goofy and glitchy stuff is just like icing on the cake.
I think on that note, and if you don't mind, I would like to talk after I press the stop button.
Gotcha.
I think that's it for this first episode. I think the next episode we might have some guests, not celebrities, but people.
We probably will get a nice guest on.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Tyler Perry. He's
maybe
not famous. Okay, well.
That is the end.
Yep, that's the end.
That is. Oh my
I'm just gonna stop it there.